Okay, here's 6.4. That worksheet that has to be done. Start with number 1. This is saying 125 to the 1/3 power. So if you rewrite this, oh, my pencil just died. This is the cube root of 125. So we're looking for 3 of a kind. And 125 is 5 times 5 times 5. So the cube root, we're looking for 3 of a kind, so it's 5. Number 2, this is asking for the square root of 64. That's easy. That's 8. This one, 32, we want the 5th root of 32. And 32 consists of how many 2's? 5. Number 4, 7 to the 1/2 power times 7 to the 1/2 power. If bases are the same, what do you do with these two exponents? Add them. 1/2 plus 1/2 is a whole. 7 to the 1st power is 7. Number 5, bases are all the same, so you're going to keep the base the same, and you're going to add these 3 exponents. 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 is 3/3, and 3/3 is 1, so it's -5 to the 1st power, or -5. These are both square root, so the square root of 3 times the square root of 75. Since both radicals are the same, you're going to break this up into 3 times 5 times 5, and we're looking for 2 of a kind. There's 2 3's, and there's 2 5's, so 3 times 5 is 15. Number 7, you've got 11 times 11 times 11 are all 3 of them are cube root, so you're going to add the exponents. 11 to the 3/3, which is 11. Number 8, you've got the square root of 7 times the square root of 28. So we're looking for 2 of a kind. Well, 28 is 2 times 2 times 7. 4 times 7 is 28. So we've got a pair of 2's and a pair of 7's. 7 times 2 is 14. Number 9, we've got the 4th root of 8 times the 4th root of 32. Well, 8 is 2 times 2 times 2, and 32 is 5 2's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're looking for 4 of a kind. So we've got a total of 4 there and 4 here, so 2 times 2 is 4. We've got the square root of 12 times the square root of 27. So we're going to break this up into 2 times 2 times 3, and 3 times 3 times 3. So we're looking for 2 of a kind. There's 2 2's, there's 2 3's, and there's 2 3's. So what answer do you have? 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. Next one, we've got all of these are cube root. So cube root of 12 times the cube root of 45 times the cube root of 50. So what am I looking for? How many of a kind? 3. So this is 2 times 2 times 3. This is 9 times 5 is 45. And this is 2 times 5 times 5. So do you see 3 of the same numbers? There's 3 2's. So we're going to take the 2's out. How many 3's do you have? 3. And how many 5's? So what is 2 times 3? 6. 6 times 5 is 30. Number 12, you've got the square root of 18 times the square root of 98. So we're looking for 2 of a kind. Well, 18 is 2 times 9, and 48 is 2 times 7 times 7. So we're looking for 2 of a kind. There's 2 2's, there's 2 3's, and 2 7's. So it's 2 times 3 times 7. And 6 times 7 is 42. Okay, the next ones. These are easy. All they want you to do is write these in radical form. You do not have to simplify them. So this is the cube root
X to the
of
4.
x to the 4. That's all you have to do. The next one, you've got 2y, the whole thing is cube root. So this is what you do. 2y, cube root of 2y. Number 15, you're going to write this as a to the 1½ power or a to the 3/2 power. Now how do you rewrite that? This is going to be the square root of a cubed. Next one, b to the 1/5 power is the 5th root of b. Z to the 2/3 is the cube root of z squared. A, b, and then the whole thing is to the 4th root. I believe that says 2.4. So 2 and 4 tenths, which is 24 tenths. And you could even reduce this by 2. You get 12 fifths.
Yeah, neither way.
So this would be the 5th root of m to the 12th power. Now this one says t to the -2/7, so you're going to write it as 1 over t to the +2/7, which is 1 over the 7th root of t squared. And 21 is 1 over a to the 1 6/10 power, which is 1 over a to the 16/10, which reduces to 1 over a to the 8/5, which is 1 over the 5th root of a to the 8th power. Backside. These ones are asking you to write in exponential form. So how are you going to write this? Exponential form. This is x. The numerator is 3. The index is 2. Number 23, m. The exponent is 1. Index is 3. This is going to be 5y to the 1/2 power. This one is 2y squared. The whole thing is cube root. B to the 3/4 power. -6 square root. 6a to the 4/2 power. Now, can you reduce that? 4/2 is 2. And you could even square each of these. You could write 36a squared. There's several different ways to write that one. 29 is n to the what power? 4/5. And 30, we're going to write 5ab cubed. Whoops, ab cubed. 3/4 power. Now what you could do also is distribute. You could write 5 to the 3/4 power, a to the 3/4 power, and b to the 3/4 power. So both of these are good answers. It's simpler just to put it all in parentheses, and it's to the 3/4 power. Now these ones, these are power to power, and we learned how to do power to powers. What do you do with these two exponents? You don't add them, but you multiply. What's 1/4 times 4 is 1, so this is just 81 to the 1st power, or 81. 33, what's 1/5 times 5? This is power to power. 32 to the 1 power, or just 32. 34, 256, 4 to the 1/4, 4 times 4 is 1, so it's 256. 35, what's anything to the 0 power? 1, good job. 36, we've got the cube root we've got a couple of 8s. So we've got 8 times 8. And what is 8? 2, 2, 2, and 2, 2, 2. So we're looking for 3 of a kind. So there's 2 sets of 2s. So 2 times 2 is 4. Now this one, if bases are the same, what do you do with these 2 exponents? You add them. So what's your common denominator? It's the 6th. So it's 3 6 plus 2 6 is 5 6. So this is x to the 5 6 power. You need to get a common denominator between 1/2 and 1/3. What is anything to the 0 power? 1. What is 0? The 8th root of 0 is 0. Now this one, now these last 4 are getting a little trickier. This is saying 3 times the square root of x times 4 times the cube root of x squared. So this 3 and this 4 are just simply 12. So I didn't need to do that, but I wanted to show you that these 2 are multiplied to give you 12. So now go back to this times x to the 1/2 power and x to the 2/3 power. What you're going to do here now is add these 2 exponents. So you got to get a common denominator. So what's 1/2 plus 2/3? Get 6 as your common denominator. So 3 6 plus 4 6 is 7 6. So this would be 12 times x to the 7 6 power. For 46, what is 12 divided by 4? It's 3. That's what you do with the 12 and the 4. Now what you have is y to the 1/3 divided by y to the 1/2. You're going to get a common denominator, which is 6. So 2 6 minus 3 6 is negative 1 6. So you have 3y to the negative 1/6 or 3 over y to the 1/6 power to make it a positive exponent. 47, you've got power outside, so you're going to square 3. 3 squared is 9. You're going to multiply 2 times 1/2, you get to the first power, and b, 2 times 1/3 is 2/3. Now you could leave the answer like that since it's written in exponential form, or you could write 9a times the cube root of b squared. These are both good answers, but this is actually more preferred. And the last one, if bases are the same, what do you do with these 2 exponents? You add them. You have to add 2/5 plus 3/8. So what's your common denominator? It will be 40. So multiply this by 8 and that by 8. This by 5, this by 5. So your answer is y to the 31 over 40th power. So it's the 40th root of y to the 31st power. And that is it. Chris, can you turn that?